Okay, I'm out at Redmond Park and Redmond Park Apartments, and this is for Saratoga Capital. Just met with Kimberly. Kimberly says they have in their budget about 85 grand to work on these 3 properties this year. And last year we did seal coating, striping, and we did some concrete work, and we also did some asphalt repairs on phase 2. So I'll be doing separate bids for all these properties, but one bid they wanted in particular was to put some bollards in. What type of bollards, she's leaving it up to me to determine, but this is phase 1. So this job's going to be called Redmond Park Apartments Phase 1 Bollards. They're having a problem with people parking where the no parking fire lane areas are around this property. And so she said she'd like to put concrete bollards in. Well, she wants to put something in that looks that looks nice, that doesn't look all wonky, you know, like a bunch of bright reflective posts or something like that. So I'm trying to determine whether or not we want to do concrete bollards, or if we want to do 4-inch pipe bollards with maybe some bollard covers that are red, or something like that. So right now she estimated about 18 bollards, and what I want to do is I'm going to walk you around the property and see the locations of where these need to go. It's nasty out today. It's raining pretty good, so you can see on my windshield it's pretty nasty. But we're going to hopefully walk through this fairly quick, and I can show the areas where these bollards need to go, because she'd like to get on this sooner than later, and this might be great rain or shine type work. Okay, so I've just come through the entrance, and it kind of comes around the corner, and then what you got is you see a bunch of fire lane curbing. That's not really the issue of where the bollards need to go. It needs to be where these areas are, where you see sidewalk, and then you see this 10-inch, it's almost 12-inch red fire lane stripe. So I think what she's hoping is that they could do a bollard in this location so people won't park on the side here. Some of them are kind of pulling up on the sidewalk and parking, which leaves no room for walking through. It irritates the fire department. So right now there's about 22 feet from sidewalk to curb, and I think fire department wants to have at least 20 feet to get through. Might even be more than that. So the bollard would have to go right on the red stripe. So if we did a 4-inch pipe bollard right in the middle of that, we'd be core drilling through asphalt and putting in a 4-inch pipe. I think if we did a 4-inch pipe and we put some red bollard covers on it, it would still look, not cheesy, and yet serve the purpose of keeping people from parking in these locations. So having a bollard centered right over there would probably work just perfect, and then you'd have one right here in this location. You get down farther into these areas, not those areas, but down in here, here's another one. And then again, you'd put a 4-inch pipe bollard right in the center. Okay, so I just wanted to walk the property. I might not walk the whole property, but I just want to give the idea of what we're trying to do here. So here on the other side, here's another spot where we could put a 4-inch pipe bollard and probably center it in here somewhere, or potentially even put 2 of them. Maybe put one right there and one right here. So that way, if there's one there, no one's trying to pull up right next to it. I mean, if you put a pipe bollard right there, there's not a lot of room to park on either side of it. So it might be okay to do that. But if we were counting, I just went through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different locations right now. So here would be another location right here, right about where that white line is. A bollard would go somewhere in this location here. You know, if we put one right in the center, I mean, people still might try to park there. And that might be why she said 18 of them, because there might be 2 at each location. Over here, same thing. I think this location would probably need 2 of them, maybe 1 right there near the try to keep this open so people can get in and out of here, but maybe put a pipe bollard there and another one over there. So that gets us, you know, we're getting closer to about 10 bollards now. Here's another location where, you know, you probably just put 1 right here and it would stop people from parking on either side of it, because they don't want to block the walkway there. There'd be another one right there in that location. So put 1 there. Here's another one location. So yeah, I guess about 18 would be good. So yeah, these pipe bollards would go right in the center of these fire lane lines, and we would make them permanent, not removable. I think if they were removable, it might get a little bit more expensive. I think if they were concrete, she'd be looking at a real expensive bill to put concrete in. And then up here, I've got another one. So now I'm on the back side of phase 1. Put 1 here, put 1 there. A little bit farther down, you'll see more red just past the speed bumps, where we'd put another one there, another one there. And then down at the far end, do the same thing. I could very easily see people pulling up and parking on the sides there. So yeah, it's gonna narrow up these drive lanes, which could be a concern of the fire department, but we could propose it to her, and then she can ask the fire department if that would work, if that would suffice. So yeah, 1 here, 1 here on the corner. Probably wouldn't want to put it right in front of the fire hydrant, or maybe we would, maybe just past it, put it right here, put 1 there, 1 there. Okay, so you get the idea. Now I'm back near the front where my car is. So yeah, you got 1 right there. So let's propose to do 8-foot bollards, 4-inch diameter. That's going to be 4 foot in the ground, 4 foot above the ground. Let's do some 4-inch red bollard covers. I think that would look okay all the way through, not look too crazy or you know, cheesy. And if she says she wants to go with like a gray bollard cover or something like that, we could easily do that too. But let's for now propose to do red. Any other questions, let me know.